The water war in Maharashtra's Sangli district has exploded into a full-fledged class conflict, with the upper caste blocking Dalits from benefiting from the water scheme. On Ambedkar Jayanti, this ground report from an invisible part of the country reveals a stark, parched reality. Here in Khirwadi village, under the drinking water supply scheme, the Zilla Parishad had approved water supply for Dalits. A sum of over 15 lakh rupees was paid. A survey conducted. Work on supplying water to the Dalit village began. Then the upper caste stepped in and stopped the project. The result, an entire village now drinks from only one hand pump.
ती आम्हाला दलित समाजासाठी आणि खूप आमच्या अन्याय करतात. आमच्या बाजूला एक बोर आहे, त्यात एवढं घाणेरडं पाणी आहे, ते पाणी पिऊन आम्ही दिवस काढतोय. आमच्या बाजूला रस्ते नाही आहेत, काय नाही, एवढे चिखलातून पाणी आम्हाला घरी न्यायला लागतं, डोक्यावरून ते पण.
की या दलित वसाहतीला पाणीच द्यायचं नाही, इथं हाणामारी करायला लागलं तरी चालेल, पण या वसाहतीला पाणी द्यायचा त्यांचा निर्णय आहे. जर त्यांनी आम्हाला पाणी दिलं नाही तर आम्ही सब कुटुंबासहित त्या तलावात आत्महत्या करणार.
समजवता म्हणजे गावामध्ये जाऊन समजावून सरपंच आणि तिथले स्थानिक कार्यकर्ते ज्या योजनेसाठी ज्या भागात मंजूर झालेले आहे त्या लोकांना विश्वासात घेऊन ती योजना पूर्ण करण्याचा उद्देश आमचा आहे.
As political parties go all out for B.R. Ambedkar's legacy to harvest the Dalit vote ahead of elections, Khirwadi village in rural Maharashtra is one of the thousands of places in the country where the life of a Dalit hasn't turned any corners. With Swati Chikalikar in Sangli, Maharashtra, Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
The next big question: has India failed Ambedkar's dream of eliminating untouchability? Are the celebrations taking place purely symbolic? Joining me now is a very special guest. I'm joined by Bezwada Wilson. He's the national convener of the Safai Karmachari Andolan. You became famous when you came on Amir Khan's program Satyameva Jayate and spoke about the problem of manual scavengers. The fact is that 125 years celebrations are beginning of Baba Sahib Ambedkar. I want an answer from you today. Do you believe that this country has failed Baba Sahib Ambedkar's dream?
Absolutely, it is totally failed, because he said very clearly untouchability eradication is his main agenda. Article 17 says very clearly. But we know that even in the 3 lakh people, still the women carrying the human excreta in the country, we have no proper plan to do that anyway.
I want to know from you, under the laws of this country, manual scavenging is barred. You're not supposed, it has been eliminated.
Yes.
You're not supposed to have people going and, you know, engaging in removing human excreta. That's not supposed to happen. It's a crime under the law. But across India, is it still happening in a rampant manner?
It is happening everywhere across the country, number one. Number two, it is not just mere a law banned. But actually even the society and the people in the government, they are not taking any steps. Like in 1993, the Prohibition Act, after 20 years, they have not even filed a single case. 2013 Act has come, already 1 year has gone. They have not filed a single case, and you come and you eat with the Dalits and you claim that we are eradicating the untouchability. So it is actually insult for the Dalits. I don't feel someone saying that I am coming and eating with you, that is an equality. Like in many places actually across the country, still the people, when they are cleaning, you are not. And as a home ministry, they published in a 1918 Atrocities Prevention Act. There they mentioned making the Dalits to clean the shit is a crime. But you have not filed even a single case across the country. It has come in 2011.
And would you say 90% of these manual scavengers in this country are Dalits? Yes. Here we are seeing all these big leaders. Mayawati is on our screen. They're holding these big rallies. Have any of these leaders come and taken up this issue of manual scavenging of Safai Karmacharis, of the need to file criminal cases against those?
Nowhere it happened so far. Nowhere. See, the problem is it is not as a kind of a vote bank. See, because the Safai Karmachari is very large, not in large number. They are very less. And another thing is, we are always in the contradictions only. This is not the first time. From the beginning of from the Ambedkar time, it is the contradictions. So contradictions still continuing. How long we will continue with the contradictions is the only question.
What can the manual, what do you believe can be done? At the end of the day, there's also an economic trap. Presumably Dalits find themselves in, who are forced to engage in manual scavenging. No one wants to do it on their own free volition. Right? No one wants to do it voluntarily. They are forced to do it because presumably they don't have the economic or the social opportunities. Am I correct?
That is what is Ambedkar said exactly. He said we are entering into the contradiction of the life. One is in political we are equal, economic and social life we are unequal. That is still continuing in everywhere. That is the only result that manual scavenging still continues. It is
how many people today, even as we speak today in the studio, are engaged in manual scavenging?
3 lakh of the people's women still carry the human excreta, and in Indian Railways is the worst. They have no system even now to clean their own compartments.
And would there be 90-95% of these would be Dalits?
All are Dalits.
All are Dalits.
All are Dalits.
Every manual scavenger in this country is Dalit today. So therefore, it is directly, we still live in a society where caste is inextricably linked to the fact that you are then expected to perform the terrible task of having to clean human excreta.
Yes, there is no doubt at all. And even we have to see, that is what we have to see. One way you say that in one place, one minister, chief minister, we should include the Vedas in the syllabus. In another way, you will say that we will eradicate the untouchability. Ambedkar said very clearly, without you destroy the Manusmriti, which propagate exactly inequality in this country, you cannot. See, you have always the contradictions. There is no clarity that we have no honesty in eradication of the untouchability. We have no proper plan how we can eradicate the manual scavenging. Even every day more Dalit women get raped. So you have no proper anything. This is the data of the NCRB.
So if today Ambedkar was alive, would he be happy seeing all these statues and large crowds, or would he be in tears in the belief that his dream has been shattered of an equal India?
See, for the equal India, for the Hindu code bill only, he resigned. When he was lived also, he resigned. He said very clearly, I cannot live with the inequality. In your belief,
all these statues and memorials will not serve the purpose.
Symbolism functions will not resolve. When villages, we have totally divided. No village is an equal village in this country. Everywhere Dalits live in the secluded places. And all the water facilities, it is a very problem for the even Dalits even today. And you take anything, in economic also, you allot the budget, you never spend even a 1 rupee. So how can you achieve the equality? So equality has become a jest in the paper.
It's a token word, it's symbolism, it only exists on paper. Wilson Bezwada is telling you the harsh reality. 3 lakh manual scavengers even in this country, all of them Dalits, all of them forced to lift human excreta. No criminal cases are filed in any of these cases. They continue to live the life that Baba Sahib Ambedkar wanted them to move beyond and get equal access to opportunity. Wilson Bezwada, I hope that there are people out there listening to you in government, and instead of having all these functions, they can then resort to solving some of the real problems that are faced by the Dalits of this country.
If they solve the problem, I will be more happy than anything.
I can imagine we will all be happy. Wilson Bezwada, I appreciate your joining us of the Safai Karmachari Union in our studios. Where do I stand? Look at any classified ad that refers to caste when it comes to marriage. Ask how many Dalits do we have in key positions in the private sector. Ask how many Dalits get access to quality education. In the answer to all those questions, we will know that India has failed the Ambedkar dream for a society based on equal opportunity. Forget the statues. Focus on access to quality education. That will be the lasting tribute to Baba Sahib Ambedkar.